Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot. A little impromptu jumping on here, so I'm going to wait until people come on. Just some things that are going through my head. So I'll wait till people come on and then I'll start with them. I always say at the beginnings of these videos. Right, okay. Right, okay, there's people coming on. Can you see me okay? I've took a risk and I'm doing this outside. Good morning, our goddess mama. Hi, hardest man in tarot. How you doing? I love the baby, by the way. Honestly, I'm loving seeing the videos of her. Hi, Kim. Yeah, there's people on, so you can see and hear me okay. It's like I say, I didn't know whether the internet would stretch, but I trusted even during Mercury retrograde. I can confirm that notifications are working. Brilliant. Good morning, Nicole. Jessie. So there's people on. That's great. Right. This is just a little impromptu one. I feel I want to do more like this because, you know, I know I haven't even got any tarot next to me now. I will go and get them, though. But yeah, it's just some things that go through my head. You know, I have quite a lot going on in my head a lot of times, and I get told things and shown things, and then, you know, I've got to be a bit like a detective and follow the leads of what I'm getting. So yesterday I seen a beautiful video, very beautiful video called Be a Lady, they said. And it was all about the things that we are told as being a woman, you know, like don't wear your skirt too short, you know, don't be provocative, you know, don't eat too much, eat up, you look too thin, all of that stuff. And it really triggered something within me. So I wrote, and you know, as most of you know, when I need to sort something out, I write. And this is what I lay in bed last night and I wrote. Can you still see me? Sorry, I've gone on to, I don't know, I went on to another side, but you can still see that, yeah? Right, okay, so this is what I wrote. It started at 6. Curl your hair, whiten your teeth, smile. Boys like girls that smile. Walk the dog. A girl is attractive if she has a dog. Don't be demanding, just be quiet and smile. Don't make a fuss. Boys don't like girls who are demanding. Dance with the creepy old man. It's bad manners to say no. Be thankful for the cat calls and wolf whistles. It's a compliment. It's rude not to take them. Men eat first, it's how it is. They matter more. Put makeup on before you go out. No one will look at you if you don't. Don't ignore him after he's hit me. You'll cause problems. Be nice. Just smile. He only groped you because you looked nice. Don't make a fuss. It's a compliment. If he asks you to go out with him, go. It doesn't matter if you don't like him. You can't be choosy or too fussy. Laugh when they are being lewd. It means that they are comfortable around you. Take these pills. They will make you slim. Eat the food I give you. Don't eat today. You're going out at the weekend and you want to look nice. You look too skinny. You've lost your prettiness. You've lost your boobs. Get your curves back. Your clothes are hanging off you, you fat, ugly cunt. Be thankful you've got him. Endure abuse. You have a nice house. Don't complain. At least he doesn't hit you. Don't speak up. Just keep your mouth shut. You went to the house and drank wine. It wasn't rape. You walked through the door. Don't make him mad. A good kicking does you good once in a while. You know how he is. Just be nice. Don't make waves. Don't have an opinion. It will make you look stuck up. Just smile. Boys like girls that smile. And that was what came through. Now, every single sentence in that is something that was said to me from a very early age. And I'm not the only one, you know, this isn't, I find it very, very interesting. And what I want to talk about today, and I don't know where I'm going with it, you know, it's just, it was on my mind and it was like, I want to share this. A lot of us look for healing within a male wound, I feel, you know, like for many, many years, I looked at the fact of, because my father left when I was 7, or the family broke up. He didn't leave, but yeah, he wasn't around as much from me being young. And I always thought I had abandonment issues. So I looked to heal. I looked to heal this male wound that I was told I had. And throughout my healing, which is, I've gone deep, I realized that my biggest wounds did not come from the masculine. I always feel very comfortable around masculine energy. All of my friends at school were always males. Majority of my friends now are males. And what I realize is that, and I'm not blaming my mother or my aunts or my grandmas or anything like that. What I'm saying is the females were wounded and they passed on to females. So when I look, I think of somebody very dear to me when they first started their periods and their mother turned to them and said, "Oh, you're disgusting, get out my sight." That was a rite of passage to become a woman, and a woman was telling them how disgusting they were. When we look at school, we were not very rarely bullied by guys, especially in my school. It was girls. It was girls that told us if we weren't wearing the right trainers, if we weren't wearing the right clothes, that we were going to be ostracized. It was girls that called us fat or too thin, or, do you know what I mean, too skinny or too tall. It was girls who were the problem. And there's, sorry, I just wrote a few notes here. When we look at magazines, it's women that buy them. It's women that buy these celebrity gossip magazines. I mean, within the UK, in the last couple of weeks, those that are in America won't know this, but there is a celebrity, a TV presenter who was always in the tabloids, who actually took her own life. And I've seen so many people going, "This is disgusting, just be kind, blah, blah, blah." These are the people that buy these fucking magazines, that they want to know about the celebrity gossip, that they sit and diss people because, "Oh, look at her, she's put weight on." Even myself today, as I went to do this video, I thought, shit, I haven't put my makeup on. And then it's like, that is still old conditioning. What I've got to say has nothing got to do with whether I have blusher on or not. And I just want to highlight here that, it is often females that cause the wound in us. And when we are looking to heal it and blaming men for it, we will never heal fully. Now, I'm not saying that, all men are perfect. I'm not. I mean, there are predators out there. They are whatever, But what I'm saying is, we need to look at our female education. Were we taught of that? I mean, within my family, there was a history of violence towards females. It stems from great-grandmothers, grandmothers, mothers, things like this. And it was deemed as normal. When I was suffering mental abuse, it was, "But he doesn't hit you. Why do you want to leave?" There was no, "Hold on, get out of this. Look at you. You're a constant mess. You're full of anxiety and you're not in a safe place." But it was, "No, you just put up and you smile." And this is what I want to kind of highlight. And I just feel that, it's not always absent fathers that cause the problem. It could actually be present mothers or present feminine. Now, I am a feminist. I am a true feminist, I believe in equality. I don't feel I'm better than men. I don't feel I'm worse. I have always been strong. I've always been a provider, but a feminist does not actually attack the masculine. It actually supports them and sees ourselves as equal. I realize now that, yes, there's things that I can do that a male can't, but now I am able to ask for help from a male because sometimes it's easier for them and I can take on this role as a feminine without feeling threatened. you know, and this is what we need to look at. So many people say that they're feminists, yet what do? They burn their bra and they get straight into their masculine. That is not how to be feminine. A feminine is creative, comfort, nurturing. You know, this is what it means to be a divine feminine. You know, we take no shit, but we don't give it out neither. We're kind to people of all sexes. And I feel that as mothers as well, we need to look at what we are teaching our children, male and female. You know, and I'm sorry, I'm not being gender, I'm not cutting anybody out. I'm looking at masculine, feminine here. But we need to, I realize that some of this old conditioning I have put onto my daughter. You know, I've done that, you know, because that is what I knew. And now I know that that's not right. And this is what I'm trying to heal. I'm not looking back at my past and my lineage with disdain or blame or anything like that, because I can see that, sorry, that they were wounded too. You know, they were brought up to think that that was normality. And in order to be accepted, you know, in life, you had to have a man. You had to be loved, you know, you had to, you know, provide. I mean, we you know, it was men sit down to eat first because they're more important. This happened with male cousins of mine, you know, and they were deemed, so that hasn't helped them, you know, that hasn't seen them as being equal, you know, it's give them a hierarchy, which was not good, you know. And this is what we need to do. We need to heal ourselves. You know, we need to free ourselves from the past. In healing ourselves, we will heal the past. We will heal the lineage. We will heal the ones that came before us, and we will heal the ones that come after us. And this is what we need to do. We can't point the finger of blame, because it was wounded people that were bringing up wounded people, you know. And this is it. And this is how I feel we're going to heal the world. This is how we're going to heal future generations. You know, and these magazines, this celebrity gossip that everybody wants to know about and see and everything, realize that we're playing part of the damage game when we are buying them. You know, women are condemned if they put weight on. They are condemned if they lose weight. I've suffered eating disorders throughout my life, you know, and I was never happy. I was too fat. I was too thin. You know, it was like, you know, you need to wear makeup, you know, why are you not wearing makeup? Why are you not being natural? And this is, we need to realize that if we want to wear makeup, that's great, but we do it for us, not to get approval. We need to be authentic as well, you know, and that is us. And that is sometimes, if we're healing, you know, if we're hurting. Last week I had a friend of mine here and there was something going on, and I said, please, give me a hug at this moment. I need it. At one time, I would never been able to show a guy that I was feeling that. But, you know, I trust this guy. I'm able to do it because I know that did not make me weak. That was showing a bit of vulnerability, and it actually made me strong, you know. And I know that sleeping from the age of 6-year-old with sponge rollers in my hair, and don't tell anybody at school that you put them in, make them think your hair is naturally wavy. That is insane. You know, wearing cosmetic toothpaste at that age to make my teeth look whiter is insane. You know, being given slimming pills at 12 and 13-year-old that were pure amphetamine so that I would look better is insane. But it was not done in a bad way. And I'm not just talking about me. There will be so many of you here, you know, and we look at our mothers and they birthed us and they were strong and they were going through their own shit. And we don't like to look at it. We don't like to look that they'd done anything that wasn't right. Okay, I'm not saying they'd done wrong, because they'd done what they knew, but it wasn't right, you know. And, you know, my mother is passed now, and sometimes I feel guilty because all of this has only came since she's passed. You know, but I and I look at her with almost a sadness that she didn't live enough to work through her own stuff as well, you know. So this isn't a blame game, you know. I loved her dearly and I know she loved me dearly, But, you know, this is kind of the Empress energy reversed. You know, women can put so much pressure on other women. And what we need to do, we need to lift other women up. You know, we need to be there to support them and to allow them to be themselves, whoever that is. It's not about how we look. It's not about what we do, but it is about how we think. And we need to look. I mean, look at all these, you know, this Botox, these lips, these, all of that. It's not coming from guys, you know, that isn't coming from guys telling us to do that. Most of the guys I talk to say, God, it looks stupid. It doesn't look natural. The pressure is coming from women, other women, okay? And we can blame the patriarchy all we want. But if we're blaming the patriarchy, we need to look at the matriarchy. And it is just as dangerous. In fact, maybe more so, you know? So it's Pisces moon. This is the battle with the masculine and feminine. And this is what has been going on in my head. And I thought I would come on and do a video just to get it out, because I don't know if any of this has made sense to anybody. But, you know, it's, yeah, you're talking about rise here. And this is what we're meant to do. We're meant to rise. At the time of the earth's greatest need, this is when the women rise, because we are strong. But we cannot be strong if we have other women pulling us down. You know, we need to be there together in truth, in safety, in vulnerability, you know, without bitchiness, without catcalling, you know, without them claws being out, because, you know, they don't make us. It's very Queen of Swords energy, you know, which I don't like. You know, there's a manipulation with it. There's a thought pattern, you know, I'm feeling shitty, I'm going to make her feel shitty too, you know. And like I say, look at the damage that we have, and is it really caused by the masculine, which many of us are led to believe as well? You know, I mean, when I wrote that, when I wrote them words, and I remember, you know, this old guy, we were on holiday and this old guy wanted me to dance, and this guy was creepy. I felt him at the time, and he was not good. And, you know, it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't anything serious, but it wasn't cool. And I got so told off of my mom. She was like, if a guy asks you to dance, you dance with them. Do you know how embarrassing that would be for him? For you to say no? You know, that should have been, you know what, you don't want to know. You know, she doesn't want it. That should have been the right. But again, it was conditioning, you know, how she was conditioned. And it's don't be rude, just smile. And sometimes we can't just smile, you know, and so many women have endured abuse, you know, physical and sexual abuse. And, you know, yes, 9 times out of 10 by a male, but some of the reasons that they don't accept it or don't see it as something bad or don't speak up about it is because it is what other women will say, you know. And like I say, I said there, you know, about this rape story, and it was like, you know, you weren't raped, you went to the house and you walked through that door. That was not rape, you know. And for years I believed it wasn't, and I blame myself, but you know, it was. And I see that, and it hasn't damaged me, but it's something that I've got to acknowledge. And it's something that, you know, maybe if I had have had a different thought pattern, then maybe I would have been able to stand up and do more about it, you know. So yeah, this is it, you know. Teach our daughters to, as you say there, Jennifer, trust their instincts. Teach them that they are worthy. Teach them that they are enough, not without makeup, without anything like that, you know. They don't need approval, they need authenticity. And I feel this is what we do with our sons as well. We need to teach them, and we need to also respect guys, I think, because if I didn't have the strong, beautiful guys around me that I have, I would never have been able to do the healing and get to the point where I can actually come on here and speak in this way. So yeah, they have, you know, they have been my rock. and my support, and yeah, it's beautiful. So right, rant over. I'm just going to see what people are saying, because sorry, I just went off it on one there. So yeah, this probably wasn't what you were expecting. What's this? My mom made me a mini skirt to wear, and I hate it. Was the only time I was taken advantage of. 7th grade heaven. Yeah, you know, and it was all about looking nice, you know. It was, I mean, look at these pageant kids, you know, these, it's not these kids, you know, it's the parents that want it, you know, because they want to be seen as beautiful, or seen as important, or something like that. You know, yeah, be girlier, you know, be girly. What do you mean, be girlier, you know? Yeah, so there's a lot of women actually saying this, you know, and yeah, we need to break those generational habits. Yeah, we do. And the healing starts with us. This is it. They knew no better then, you know, but this is it. I mean, there's somebody close to me, and their first date with their then to be husband, you know, they broke their nose. And then it took 40 odd years of me talking to them one day and them going, yeah, that wasn't right, was it, Tanya? It's like, really? You know, I mean, this is, and these people are not dumb people, but it's in there. So yeah, the world is changing, but it's also changing on how we look at ourselves. And, you know, not even looking at the old stories of where our wounds come from, or where our damage come from, or where we need healing, you know, to actually be very, very truthful with ourselves, and, you know, with everybody around us, and say, whoa, hold on, this pain isn't coming from where I think it is, you know? So, yeah. Lakshmi Pierre. Bitchiness is weakness. Yeah, but so many people do it. We all do it. Yeah. You know, this is it. You wore the skirt your mother made you wear. Yeah, you know, our mother picked our clothes. You know, our mother picked our clothes. And I mean, some of the stuff, it was like, do you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, you know, we'll dye your eyebrows. I remember lying on the sofa one day getting my eyebrows plucked, and it was killing. I was about 7 years old. It was like, no, that hurts, you know? But yeah, like, no, we need to pluck your eyebrows. Don't tell anybody though. That was the thing. So yeah, we need to, yeah, and it's, you know, it's not about getting a guy doesn't make us lovable, you know, it's loving ourselves. And like I say, I have a lot of friends that are guys, and this is what they find attractive, you know, this is what they find attractive, you know, a woman who is in standing in her own, you know, not trying too hard, kind of thing. So yeah, so that was just a little rant. If anybody's got anything to say or to ask me about that, then feel free, because I'm not going to stay on here for long. I just felt like I needed to vent. Those that were on my social media will have seen I posted this last night, and I woke up to some very interesting accounts of it as well. You know, I mean, there's somebody that knows me very well and said, I've never had these feelings. And I said, these weren't feelings. Every single thing I said in that was something that has been said to me, you know, that has been said to me from people who were teaching me, you know. Yeah, we are so vulnerable when we're young, and we believe our parents. You know, we believe our parents. And I apologized to my father last year, and I said, I'm so sorry, you know. And he said, what, you've been fucked up? And he was like, what do you mean blaming me? He didn't even have a clue. And I said, yeah, you know, I realized it was, you know, it wasn't coming from there. Yeah, it may have done a little bit, but, you know, not as much as the deep-rooted stuff within me, you know, where it was, yeah, it was all about how you look and, you know, how you are presented to the outside world, rather than who you truly are, you know, the mask that you wear. And to me, the mask that you wear is not going to get you any places, you know, taking that mask off and saying, this is me, this is who I am. you know, and what's that song? I am what I am and I make no excuses. And this is what I am currently learning myself. This is where I feel my work is going. This is where I feel, you know, and these teachings just all come from experience and what I have embodied myself, you know. So this is why I want to share. This is why I'm vulnerable. This is why I put myself on the hot seat and think, Tanya, why are you doing this? You know, because to me, being real is where it's at. And I don't want to sit there and go, yeah, look, my life's all sorted. And yeah, look at me, you know, I done this and I done that. You know, because yeah, I've done a hell of a lot of fucking work, you know, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it. And this is how I can sit and be this open and raw on here. But, you know, it's, I haven't got it all together. I will never. The day I stop learning will be the day I take my last breath, you know. So we're all in this together, you know. Some may be a little bit further on that journey, some may be a bit behind, but this is where we stop and, you know, we lead the way for the others as well. So, what is about mom saying not telling anyone? My mom always said that to me. Drove it mad. Yeah, don't tell anybody. Don't say anything like that. I remember once, I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if they watch or not, but it was the truth, you know. There was me and a dear friend of mine who we're still friends now. And yeah, and it was my stepfather came in, and my mom had asked him how many Yorkshire puddings he wanted on his dinner, and he said he wanted 2, and she put 3 on, and he came in and he threw the dinner, and we were in this like sunroom, and it had a low ceiling, and all of the dinner there was mashed potato and gravy and everything hanging off it, right? And me and my friend were just like okay. And then he walked out the room shouting and swearing and whatever. And my mum started cleaning it up, and she just said, well, you could have just took one off. And there was nothing said. That was normality. That is not fucking normal. That is not fucking normal, you know. But that was, and my friend had the same, you know, within her upbringing. So it was that was normal, you know. And it's not. So yeah, we're in this together, you know. Stand up, and we don't have to just smile all the time. You know, if we want to smile, that's great, but don't do it just to be liked, and don't just be nice. And if something doesn't work for us, then, you know, give yourself permission to stand up and say no. You know, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no to anything that doesn't feel right to you. It's okay to say no if you don't want to wear makeup one day, you know, then that's absolutely okay, you know. If you want to say yes to that extra piece of cake, then fucking say yes to it. You know, this is it. You have the choice. You have the choice. Forget what has been before us. You know, forget what we've been told. You know, the second you start to get into your authenticity and start to be yourself and start to let this out of your mouth, you see other people going, yeah, me too. And that will actually kind of connect us even more, you know? So thanks for what you do for everyone, Tanya. Keep up the good work. Learning to love me and mean it. Yeah. By the way, I am totally bringing back the muffin top. I don't wear trousers much now, but so I don't have one. It's great living on this island because you can just be a hippie and everything's floaty and it hides a multitude of sins, you know. And I am I the heaviest I've ever been? Probably not, but I'm not, you know, where I would like to be. But you know what? I accept every part of myself. I go on the beach now without worrying, you know. I know my body has carried me through so much, you know. It's carried me through eating disorders, it's carried me through pain, it's carried me through loss, it's allowed me to comfort other people when they've been in pain. It's give birth to 2 children, one of them living, one of them not. It's stretched to accommodate me. It's put up with the damage and the abuse that I have given it for years and years and years. And I never give it the time of day. And now it's like, you know what? I feel we should be friends, you know? I feel we should be friends because this is what is going to carry me until my dying day. And if I am constantly rejecting it, it is going to start to reject me. And this is how I will end up with disease and end up with illness. I went to the doctor. I had a scare not long ago. I had a cancer scare, and it was, I'd sorted it, it was in my head, right? Okay, if it is, this is the way. I was not going to go down the conventional medicine route, but thankfully everything is cool. And the doctor actually said to me that all of your tests come back and you have that of a 20-year-old woman. And I was like, yeah, that's it, because I don't, like I say, I don't buy into this, there's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with this, or smoking causes cancer or whatever. Yes, it does in certain cases, but there are other things with that. So yeah, it's, break those agreements, break those old soul contracts, them old stories that no longer serve us because we know they are not true. It's not the fairy stories, the handsome prince will come and get you. They're not the things that we need to worry about. It's the stories of our lineage and the stories of our families and the stories of our peers and our society and the friends and stuff like that we had when we were young, because all of them is what has shaped us into who we are now. And they are the ones that have kept us back. I remember being at like kind of discos and dances, when you were kids, and wanting to get up and dance, me and my cousin, and our parents going, sit down, don't, you'll embarrass us. We were kids. If we wanted to go and fucking dance, we should have been able to dance. But it was, no, what will people think? You look stupid. You look daft, and that's it. It ruined their lives, and I'm not prepared to allow it to ruin mine anymore, and I'm not prepared to allow it to ruin my daughters or hopefully my grandchildren in years to come. Although my daughter says, "What kids? I don't want kids." She doesn't want them at all. But yeah, this is it. We've got to start opening our eyes and seeing, how it is. And just because these people were older and they were put in charge of raising us, it does not mean that everything they said was truth. And that is a big thing, I think, when we look at our parents and see them just as people, because from an early age we look to our parents for approval, for love, for care, for nurture, for nourishment. But then we need to look at, were they given that to themselves? Was the food that they were offering, was that nourishing? So yeah, that's it. So yeah, we have incarnated into these families, to break the mold. Exactly. And this is why I treasure mine. I really, really do. And I'm so valuable. I would never change a thing of my life. Not a thing. If I could go back, not one thing would change, but I now see that where it has pushed me to do the healing, which has been uncomfortable. But the second I realized, hold on, this is not a male wound that I am trying to locate, because I couldn't, it was like, I'm not fucking healing. How am I not healing? I'm doing all this on the male wound. And that wasn't where the problem was, So, yeah. So thank you for being with me on my rant. It's 3333 there. So did that make sense to some people? And how do you feel about me coming on and just doing these little half-hour ones or something? Does that work for people as well? Because I want to do what is good for you. I feel teaching is good. Hey Ray, so glad you popped up today on my phone. Karmic. Yeah, there's so much karmic going on. I had a beautiful breakfast with a dear sister of mine today. And she was feeling the same. She'd seen my post last night and she was like, we are so in sync. We need to meet. World rights, being real and being truthful, Like I say, I'm all love and light and a little go fuck yourself as well. So I'm going to go, because I don't know if there's anything else I've got valuable to say. Yes, it's sad I didn't have time to see Sunday's stream. So go back and watch it. It's there, Jessie. It's there. They're always still there, We're here to help heal each other. We don't have to be islands with our pain. Yeah, we don't. I'm in this island today. I don't know if you can see. This is my little garden, and it's so beautiful here today. The weather, the sun, it's like, it's really, yeah, it's really starting to, to feel it again. It's took me, I've been back from LA about 10 days, and it's only the last 2 days that I'm really starting to feel it, you know. So love the family chat here. Yeah, I do, and I am still working on. There will be, I think, in the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to. My daughter is helping me, and she's just moved house, so there's been a lot going on, and with me being away, but I am still looking at opening the Facebook group, which will be for all of the people that want to be in it that are on here. I will be able to go on to that a lot more, you know, and I will be able to have a lot more frank and open conversations with that as well, because I will be manning it. So yeah, I mean, like I say, this is something that I really, really feel I need to do. And, you know, it should be within the next couple of weeks. I might even look at it a little bit further tonight, you know, as well. But for the minute, I'm just resting. I'm allowing this Pisces moon to come over me. It's like, oh, wow, you know, it's deep, but the emotions are kind of washing over me more like a wave rather than actually crashing over me. So, yeah. So thank you all so much. Thank you for hearing me, and thank you for seeing me as well, you know, and seeing why I do these videos as well, because that really, really means a lot, you know, when we actually see each other rather than what we want to see, or rather than, you know, what other people tell us is there. You know, it's very, very important to be seen, to be heard, to be felt, and to be valued, you know. So thank you. I feel that with all of you as well. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous day. And if you don't already follow me on social media, then follow me on there, because that's where the rants come. Okay, so I'm sending you all lots of love. Satnam.